Hey guys, welcome back to Easy Country Cooking and Cook and Share. I realize in our whole repertoire of recipes that we do not have patty melts, and we just about have 1,500 recipes. So I dug out my old burger recipe, made up some caramelized onions, some rye bread and Swiss cheese, and made up some patty melts, and they came out absolutely fantastic. So let me show you how to do this.
The first thing you want to do, guys, is grab up a couple onions and slice them into strips. There's really no wrong or right way to do this. This is just my kind of preferred method, and it gets the job done.
And I just love caramelized onions, guys. I mean, you can make them up the night before, or make them up, put a whole bunch in the fridge, have them on sandwiches and stuff. They are so good.
Then into a pan with a good knob of unsalted butter, followed by some olive oil, and this stops the butter from burning. Go ahead and throw those onions in, and my rule of thumb is usually about 1 onion per patty. Of course, give them a stir around. And the trick to caramelized onions, guys, is low and slow, so we're over medium-low heat here. So we're gonna let these cook away for about 25 minutes, stirring occasionally. Now into a bowl with some medium ground beef. Season it up with about a teaspoon of salt, another teaspoon of the old ground black pepper. And if you watch my videos at all, you know I have to add a couple of teaspoons of Italian seasoning. A teaspoon of the old garlic powder, you just have to have garlic powder. About a tablespoon of W sauce, and I've stopped trying to pronounce Worcestershire sauce because every time I do I get nailed for it. So it is just W sauce. A couple of tablespoons of ketchup, that one I can't pronounce. Then grab up your hands if that's possible and just kind of mix everything together until a nice ground beef mixture forms.
And of course, as I always say, guys, this is my old burger standby recipe. I use it for everything, and you can feel free to use as little seasoning or as much as you like.
Well, we've been making the burger mixture. Those onions have been simmering away, and just look at them. Don't they look fantastic now? I think they're about ready. So I'm just going to slip these into a bowl and set them aside. And like I say, if you want to make extras, stick them in the fridge and you've got them all week for sandwiches or whatever. Alrighty then, I'm going to grab up a ball of that hamburger mixture and just kind of make sure it is formed into a ball. And simply slip it in the same pan as those onions. Don't touch the pan because it got all kinds of wonderful flavors. Now I'm going to take my egg flipper, or any flat device for that matter, and just kind of push it down, smush it down, so it's good and flat in the bottom of the pan. And the shape and size is entirely up to you, but I just want it to fit on my rye bread. So I took my tape measure and carefully measured it out. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever it might be.
So essentially what we're doing here, guys, is making a smash burger, and I just love these. Actually, I should do a video of that. It's going to be so good.
And of course, once it's fried over on one side, we're going to flip it over. But look at that. I didn't touch it while it was frying. Some nice caramelization. All that flavor has maintained in there. Oh, it is going to be so good. I mean, just look at this. Doesn't this look fantastical? So I'm just going to go ahead and set this guy aside on a plate while we fry up our other patties. Okay, now I cleaned up my pan a bit. We're going in with another knob of butter, about a tablespoon. And we'll just let this melt down over medium-low heat. Followed by a slice of rye bread. You don't have to use rye, you can use whatever you like. I just like the rye bread. A couple of slices of good old Swiss cheese. I like Swiss cheese. Then one of those patties that we fried up. Some mayo, you can make some other killer sauces, but this is good enough for me. You guessed it, loads and loads of those caramelized onions on top of that burger patty. I mean, in my humble opinion, you can never get enough caramelized onions. Another 2 slices of that good old Swiss cheese. And then in the words of the infamous Mr. Bean, pop the top on. Of course, after a few minutes, we're nicely done on one side, so we're going to give this a flip. And just let it cook to the other side browns and that cheese melts. And there you have it, guys, our patty melt. Doesn't this look good? Of course, you could have gone ahead and doubled up on these burgers, but let's get real here. 2 burgers between 2 slices of bread, that's just a little much for me. But no, it's entirely up to you. But I do know this is going to be good. Let's go ahead and slice this in half and give it a shot.
Okay, the old taste test time. These are patty melts, and they are darn good patty melts. Love the burgers, the Swiss cheese. They are done absolutely to perfection, in my opinion, anyway. Guys, you got to make these. And of course, if you do, leave a comment below in the comment section. Let us know what you think. And most of all, give us a like and subscribe, because it does help the channel out. And thanks for watching, and catch you next time. I'm going to have more of my patty melt. So good, the caramelized onions. Absolutely fantastic.